Now then. Oh, aye, aye. Whoa, what's that? Just an aeroplane, just contrails. Um, I wanted to talk while I'm out and about. I'm in Manchester actually, pottering about around Manchester, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the businesses, what we've got going on at the moment, and I will keep doing this, and there's a number of reasons why. First of all, because they are businesses of mine and Claire's, which bring us income, and the business that we're involved in, or the businesses that we are involved in, give us the opportunity to help other people. And I'll talk about Claire's for starters. Claire's business is a skincare business, as you can see. My wrinkles seem to be disappearing as I'm aging. Not very hard, to be fair, though, because I had a bit of a leather face before I started with Claire's skincare products. But they are a Korean skincare product, and there's a full range from like cleansing. I'm not going to pretend I fucking know the ins and outs of it because I don't. But they are a full range from the cleansing to the booster sprays and serums and moisturizers and all that kind of stuff. Now, what was appealing to me when I looked at that, first of all, was the fact that the company launched in South Korea in 2018. Bear in mind, this is a Korean skincare company. Launched in South Korea 2018 and became the number one brand in South Korea in that period of time. Did over 40 million sales of its flagship product, which is the Incellular Dermatology Moisturizing Cream. Now, South Korea, I believe, has only got a population of 50 million people. So when I were looking at that from a business standpoint, the fact that it did so many sales in its first year in business in South Korea and became the number one K-beauty brand in South Korea, I were interested in the business because I thought, well, there's a clue there. Talking about a Korean skincare product that is the number one in South Korea. So that got my attention. Claire were more interested in the product. She tried the products on first time around and she said straight away, I want to get involved in this. And Claire's never done that. Claire has never, she's always supported me whenever I've pursued anything, but she has never said, I want to do this. And as soon as she did the first routine with the product, she said, I want to do it. And then I became a guinea pig, got an amazing testimonial myself. And she became one of three. She was in the first three people in the UK to become what's called a team leader. Now, if you're watching this as a novice, you will have no idea what that means. You would have no idea what it means anyway, so it means nothing to you at the moment. But basically, it means she generated over £50,000 worth of sales in the first 5 months in business. And that now puts her in a position where she's one of the top people in the company in the UK. It's only been open in the UK since October, and now we're launching into Europe. Ireland, Spain, Italy will follow, and then France will follow as well. So in terms of opportunity, it is a huge opportunity with a trending product, Korean skincare, K-beauty, whatever you want to call it. And another tick box for me is the fact that the products are non-toxic, which for me is a big win, because I'm very much I'd say I live quite a clean lifestyle these days. Don't get me wrong, when I was a young buck, I didn't care what went into my body at one time in my life. But anyway, so that's really important as well. Now, what I'm doing is building a brand, building a community based around trading the Forex markets, in particular gold. Now, the way that works is we have a couple of expert traders who send out instructions to our community, and we have an option when those instructions come. We can look, we can take the trade, or we can just blank it and ignore the trade, what comes and gets sent to us. That's at our own discretion. We are 100% in control of our money from day one of getting started to the time you decide to withdraw or you lose your money, because you can lose money, and I'm always very transparent about this. I think in that space of trading, I think it's got to a point now where people are just like, oh yeah, fucking seeing all them dickheads online giving it the big ones. And there is an element of that to it, where you'll get people that are, I don't know, just displaying the success in the wrong way. And I think that sometimes gets people's back up naturally. Gets people probably a bit of envy, a bit of jealousy, but also I'm fully aware that the way that some people portray the success that they're having is a little bit. That's the way I feel about it as well, being totally honest. But ultimately, it's an opportunity, and it is a legitimate opportunity where you can come and you can just literally follow instruction and guidance from experts and become profitable. Now, there's an element of risk to what I do, absolutely an element of risk in terms of the fact that you can lose money, and I will never shy away from that. I will never pretend otherwise, and I will never tell people otherwise. But with the right mentality, risk management and rules, you're going to have a high probability of being successful. If you run the gauntlet without those things in place, without the rules, without the discipline, without the correct mindset, then you absolutely run the gauntlet of spunking all your money. Or not all your money, but whatever money you decide you're going to start with. So that's just a bit of transparency. Now, the way that works, and the reason why it is free for you to join the community, is because we have got a business relationship with the broker. And all the brokers say to us is, if you help build our brokerage and build our client base, we will pay you commissions. That's pretty much how it works. Now, people have said to me time and time again, what, so you're making money when people lose money? I spoke about this recently as well in a previous video. And the answer to that is yes. But the main part of that is, I have got no interest or no desire for people to lose money, and I am so confident that people will actually make money if they adhere to rules, have the right mindset and the right discipline, and follow the instruction. I have the ultimate faith that people will be successful by following the rules and like I said, sticking to the instructions and the discipline. Because at an 85% win ratio, you'd have to be doing something wrong to be losing money or blowing in accounts. Now, what I also want to get clear as well is that human beings are human beings. I can talk to you about discipline, mindset, rules, not gambling, not over leveraging, not risking more than you can afford. I can talk about that stuff all day long and tell you about that stuff all day long, but ultimately it is down to the individual who is taking the trades to manage that. So if you are somebody that is a degenerate gambler, it's probably not for you. If you are somebody that's got a little bit of discipline about you, you can manage your emotions, you can follow rules and instruction, and you're not greedy, then it is probably something that you could come along and certainly give yourself a great opportunity to do well in. And I'm not going to sit here saying I guarantee you'd nail it, because there's no guarantees for starters. But for people with that kind of personality, mentality, discipline in this game favours those people. And it's an amazing opportunity. I've seen people, well, put it this way, since January, we have had over quarter of £1,000,000 in withdrawals. In fact, it may be significantly more than that. I'll maybe be able to get some numbers for you on that to show you. But we've had a significant amount of withdrawals, which means that there are people actively making money and taking money out. The flip side of that is there are people putting money in and not taking no money out because they're not following the rules, they're not applying the discipline, they're not applying the correct risk management, and they're not following any kind of rules or structure. So it's one of those where there's going to be winners and losers, but absolutely for those that have got the right mentality and the right attitude, it's a place where you can come and win. So if you're interested in anything I've just spoken about, skincare, bashing a few wrinkles off your face, or making money through your mobile phone, which you can do with the skincare business, by the way. What I forgot to mention about the skincare business is that we almost run like a drop shipping system. So you have a website, what people basically go through your link. You can earn up to 50% in retail commissions, by the way. I don't know where else you can make them kind of margins. If you do know somewhere, please let me know. But you can make up to 50% in retail margins alone simply by directing people to your website, then making a purchase, and because they've gone through your web link, you will get paid the commission based on their spend. So if somebody spends 100 quid, you can make up to, it's actually 52%, up to 52% in retail commissions, which is insane. You actually start at 10% when you get started, but you can work your way up to 52%, which is just mind-blowing. So if you're intrigued or interested in anything I've just spoken about, give me a shout. But otherwise, enjoy your day, and I'll speak to you all again soon.